joining. Hello, Julien. It's the building Arthera building public session 9. Session 9. Today we will see how to integrate Arthera Subscription in the smart contract. We will do it, in fact, in two sessions. Today, first part, and last week, the second one. Could you explain us what we will do?
Yeah, so the goal is to integrate with Arthera Subscription. This we kind of setting up a sort of standard process to integrate. It's basically in 4 steps actually. The first one being a simple deployment without subscription. That's what we're going to do today. So, and it must be this with the exact same contracts deployed to Arthera testnet. Then we do end-to-end tests. So that's the second step. Then the third step is to actually integrate with the subscription. So that's basically a few lines of code that looks like this to add to your contract. And again, end-to-end test. So that's the fourth step. And so today we're going to do the first one, which is basic deployment to Arthera testnet.
Perfect.
And for this, what we so we're going to do it with the NFT that we deployed before. Actually, it's called I'm Not Late NFT. And before we deploy to Arthera testnet, we're going to make a few changes. So let's go.
Let's go. You share your screen?
Yep. So this is my screen. This is Arthera documentation on this. For info, we're gonna edit a tutorial that's a little bit more developer friendly. I mean, the docs is already, working and you can use it, but there's going to be a tutorial probably to be released next week. So
quick win.
Yes, that's going to be a quick win for us. So this is the I'm Not Late contract repository that we used that we kind of used before. I'm going to create a new branch. I'm going to first I just go back to main. Or maybe not. Okay. And so there I'm creating a new branch that we'll call, how are we going to call this one?
I'm not late V2, simply.
Not late V2, let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm on my branch. And so yeah, let's go ahead and do the change we want. So this is a kind of basic NFT contract. We have counter, we have it's burnable, so meaning that you can burn your NFT. It's enumerable as well. It has something to manage the URI, meaning the metadata basically of the NFT. This is our minting function. And so let me see. Yeah. So what we're going to do is to add a vote extension to it. This can be useful if we want to turn all the NFT holders into a DAO if we want to do that at some point.
Engaging them to vote on a snapshot, for example?
Yes, for
On
example.
Arthera testnet?
Yes, yes.
Yes, great.
Actually, we add this extension. Actually, Snapshot doesn't require that, but this is if we want to use the governor. If we want to put the governor to that in the future, we can. But of course, we will be able to use it to also use a snapshot to vote on several topics. But for snapshot, it's a little bit different. You have to create what they call a voting strategy, and so this is on our to-do list as well. So I'm gonna check the what we call the Open Zeppelin wizard that helps you to build a smart contract. So that's the basic ERC 721, and so there we add. It's not gonna be possible. But there we add the vote. I needed that because we're gonna add these two. So yeah, we're just gonna add these two. Oh, but we already have the vote. Wait. Yeah, it's already there. Okay.
So the job is done.
Yes, that's a fast win, obviously. Yeah. So that's yeah. I didn't remember that in the first version we already had the votes extension that's kind of compatible with the governor. So okay, so this one is done. Okay, so we also decided previously to add a little extra, how to say that, maybe not security, but some sort of safeguard to make it so that you can only mint one NFT per wallet. Okay. And for this, we're going to touch the minting function.
To include this limitation?
Yes. So we're going to have a mapping of addresses and just a boolean here that we're going to call, it's going to be public, and we're going to call it already minted. Does that compile? Yes. And then we just so at the end of our minting function, we're gonna add we're going to okay, I'm not sure of the syntax here, but it's gonna be I think it's just really minted. Here we're gonna put the address of the person that is trying to mint. That's message sender. Minted, and it's gonna, so it's false by default, and we're gonna switch it to true. Does that work? Yes. And so at the end of the minting process, we basically store the fact that you already minted. So this address, your address, already minted. So this is at the beginning of the function, and at sorry,
At the end, and now at the beginning, we will verify, check
exactly,
if. Okay.
exactly. This is what we call a require.
Okay.
And so we're gonna require that variable to be false, right?
Yeah.
So so we're gonna be already minted for that specific color. So the person that that triggers this this function already minted must be false.
And do we show a message in case of it's true?
Yep. Laurent, please choose a message for this person who would have eventually clicked
Okay.
twice.
I send you something. Give me 1 thing.
So this is supposed to remain a bit technical, right? This is users don't necessarily will see it, and this depends on how errors are managed on the front end, right? But if this one if this one so if the person already minted something, and we we check that that he or she already minted, then there's going to be an error. So the transaction will revert. And but on the front end, you want to display something that's nice, On the Solidity side, we just
Okay. So nothing. It will be at the in the front end. So.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just write my own, I guess. Color already minted. So that's a bit less poetry, okay, but all right, so we added this one. Now what we want to do, as we added a little feature, we want to test it. So for this, we go to our tests that are here. Right now, if I run the test, what does it? Let's see what it gives. Okay, so the test, there's one. Yeah, this this test fails because there you have the same person that tries to mint 100 times. So so what we're gonna do, we're gonna turn it first. Yes, we're gonna change that. Okay, so let's just do it 2 times. No, okay, that's not a good idea. Just gonna check it differently. So if I so what we want is to prove that the same wallet can't mint twice.
Exactly.
Right. So should not mint twice. Twice, and we're gonna just comment this one. Relaunch our test. Okay, so there the person was able to mint. And now we're gonna take like exactly the same, because we want the person to, you know, mint once. So this should pass. And then we're gonna try to make the same person mint again. And this one should fail. So this one should already fail. Let's see. Right. So we're going to expect to be reverted with that message here. Ah, let's see what it gives. Not 100% sure, but let's see. Okay, maybe. Okay. Okay, so this time my test passes.
Okay. Congrats.
So yeah, we can already. So that's one mini feature implemented as, let's say, an improvement of the I'm Not Late NFT. So yeah, we're done with it. Next step.
Next step.
Oh, this one. I'm not sure we need it to be upgradable, actually. What do you think, Laurent?
Up to you. We could explore this.
Mm-hmm. All right. Maybe a more simple feature before we go into the upgradable thing is the SBT. So I don't know if you want this feature or not, by the way, because last time we talked, I think you were saying you prefer to just let people.
Yeah, if they want to
Okay,
transfer,
so
send, make whatever they want.
okay, so just for info, then I can still. So just for info, I just show you. If you want to turn a simple ERC721 into an SBT token, meaning it's not transferable, you would simply add a require that looks like this in this override function. You would add a require here, and that means that it makes the token non-transferable, basically. So we've been kind of hearing a lot about this so-called soulbound token that are not transferable, but these also have like limitations as well. And so that's not a feature we want for today, but okay, you just saw that it's kind of trivial to implement.
Okay, and let's imagine. Sorry, cancel. Control Z. Yeah, and how we could test this function?
Yeah, that's a good question. Okay, let's save it. And let's move back to our test. Yeah, this is very simple test, right? Because we only test the fact that we can mint.
Okay.
But we also could test the fact that users are able to transfer. And in this case, we're gonna verify the fact that they can't transfer. So should not transfer. Should not transfer the NFT. I can even do that. And so first we mint an NFT, so that's this one should pass. Okay, and we're gonna add a simple transfer. So we're talking to this NFT contract, and we're gonna use the transfer from function. Transfer from, it wants 3 arguments. I think it's from, to, and the ID. So first we want to know
The ID.
the ID. Yes. I think it's the ID 0. Well, we'll see. So we're gonna have so we only have Alice. Okay, so this is Alice. She's the address 0, and we're gonna add a friend, Bob. Okay, there we're gonna. So this is Bob. From this, I'm not even sure. We'll see. ID 0. I'll just try that. But this is likely to fail. Oh no, it's working already. Okay. Token not transferable. That's just what we just added in our contract. And so we're gonna kind of reuse that line, but instead of minting, we're gonna add our Does that work? No. Without this wait here. This is weird because it shouldn't have passed. Yeah, this is. I'm not 100% sure.
It's in public. It's authentic.
Yes. There is quasi zero preparation for this, so.
No worries.
So bear with us. Well, okay. I'm not 100% sure it's the right way to do that, but right, that seems to work. Okay, yeah, the test passes, but I'm not sure of the syntax is perfect here. Yeah. So someone like Bertrand would eventually
review.
Say again?
He will review.
Oh yes.
Huh?
Oh,
and
yes.
give some advice, certainly.
Yes, I'm sure in this case the review from Bertrand won't pass, and I would eventually have to redo it. But, well, anyway, it's not perfect. So do we Should I just remove this?
Yeah. Let's remove it, and now we can.
Yeah. So to mute it in the test, I just add an X right before this it, and so it's not testing it. And so if I remove it in the smart contract, this little require here, and this should pass as well. Okay. Upgradability. So why would we want to make this token contract upgradable?
Changing, for example, the number of NFT we can mint.
Yes, that's a good example. So when you deploy a smart contract like this, well, let's say a standard ERC20 or ERC721 or others like 1155 and others, is not really supposed to have even to have what we call an owner. So that's kind of an admin that can do certain things. I think on this contract we have a notion of ownership for this contract. So it's the contract ownership as opposed to the NFT ownership.
Mm-hmm.
You can find some functions that are marked only owner, but not in this contract. So actually this is kind of unused on this. Oh, and by the way, that's why when I tried a service called Solidity Scan, I actually used this smart contract and put it in their kind of scanner that they have, and the scanner told me that ownable was like not relevant for this contract because it's just unused, meaning that if I just remove it at all from the contract, it will work the same. So it actually recompiled the contract because I made a modification in the Solidity code. And yes, so we don't need any form of ownership of the contract at this stage. And so the ownable, the OpenZeppelin ownable extension allows you to restrict the access of certain functions. Okay. But if we want to make the contract what we call upgradable, it means a little bit more. Instead of managing the accesses to certain functions, we eventually want to be able to deploy a new version of the contract.
It's what we have worked on last days.
Yes, absolutely. So for us at Arthera, it was a little bit different because we're talking here of some of the system contracts, mainly the contract that manages the subscription. So we want to be able to eventually add a specific function to this contract. For instance, we could add some specific functions, like if we want to change, if we want to add a specific function that we don't even know today what it will be.
Yeah.
So yeah, we worked on that this week. and yeah, it was kind of tricky because it's not like simple contracts. It's like system contracts, meaning, and these are the contracts that are deployed in the Genesis block, actually. So it's deployed in a certain way, and actually I thought it was done, but it was not. It was not tested enough. So we need to do some more tests. The issue is already well identified. So it requires additional tests. So that's coming. But let's see.
So we can keep it, keep this smart contract like it is. We can organize the next session to dive in the upgradable smart contract.
No.
Precisely. No?
No. If we like, we can
Okay.
turn this one. We can make this one upgradable.
Okay,
Like.
up to you. So.
It's always interesting to see like how we did on some of Arthera's contracts. So let's go. Do we have a cap for this session? Like maybe
Let's try to keep it
at 6
during 1 hour.
Yeah, 1 hour. Let's try it. So let's try to make this NFT contract upgradable in 20 minutes. Let's try that.
Okay.
Let's try that.
Okay.
It's a challenge. So yeah. Again, so yeah, just
we are live. It's authentic.
Just bear with us again.
Yeah.
Right. So if we want to make this contract upgradable, we're gonna need OpenZeppelin plugin, a hard hat plugin actually. That's called hard hat upgrade. That's a specific plugin that manages. Oh, maybe I can explain. There's a picture maybe to illustrate a bit. Yeah, I can show you quickly what it looks like. Yes. So instead of having just one contract, we're going to deploy 3 contracts instead, and the plugin helps us to manage that in a pretty easy way. So there's going to be what we call a proxy that will talk with the NFT, the actual NFT contract. So the first version. There's a typo here. And so the user interacts with the proxy, and the proxy kind of relays to the implementation, to the NFT contract. Then you have a proxy admin. That's the entity that's actually the only entity that is able to perform the upgrade, right? And so if we want to respect the best practices, instead of having one address that has access to this proxy admin, it should be a safe multisig at minimum, right? So then you can plug all kinds of governance. It can be a governor contract. It can be a safe, a Gnosis safe, so that try to reach some sort of consensus within the community on the next version. Because when we upgrade the contract through that proxy, so maybe there's a vote, then it goes through the proxy admin, through the proxy, and we give it a new implementation, so a version 2 of the same contract. Right?
It's clear.
Cool. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and install the plugin. So it's a plugin that's maintained by OpenZeppelin. So we're just going to install it. Maybe I could commit one time. Add limits. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and install this this hard hat upgrades plugin. So there you can see that we have one more package here. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Maybe I'm gonna get some inspiration. Yeah. Yes, I have to add this line in. So I have installed my package. Now I need to add this. We can even we're in TypeScript, so let's do it the TypeScript way. Okay. It's always good to test at every steps. Does that still work? Yes. Yes. Okay. Right. So now. So now the next step is to make some modification of our contract. Okay, I'll do it like from memory. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. So instead of using the standard ERC20 token, we're gonna use the ERC21 upgradable. Not installed. Library not installed. Maybe it's just a glitch of VS Code. So there, I'm just installing again the packages. What if I try to compile? Yeah, this is fading. Okay, I'll just relaunch, maybe relaunch VS Code. Let's see. Okay, so it's not properly installed. Maybe let's use. Let's try to install it another way. Yeah, let's try that. What now?
I think there is a typo. No?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I just copy paste
No.
it. Imported control update. It's not installed. It's not installed. Why is it telling me that it's not installed? Ah, I don't wait. So I'm gonna have to replace this here. That's weird. It's here, so it should. Oh, maybe I can flush everything, including the node modules there. I'll just delete all that and try to relaunch, redo an npm clean install. See what happens. Okay, we have 15 minutes left. That's super weird.
Still the same issue?
Yes. Maybe I'll try to cheat and steal it from there. I don't know why it's not. Oh, maybe. Maybe we're gonna. Is this the right one? Yes, it's the right one. Yes, I think this is the one I want to install.
Okay.
Oops. Yes, it's gone. Okay, so yeah. So I'm going to try to compile, but it's going to fail, but at least it finds it actually finds the library, so we're good to go. Allora, it's gonna be. So it's kind of more or less the same, except that all these are going to be upgradable. And so it's going to come from this folder. Instead of standard OpenZeppelin contract, it's OpenZeppelin upgradable contracts. Okay, that seems to work. So burnable. This is storage and enumerable. All right, that seems to work. Does that compile? Let's see. No, it's not going to compile. Yeah, I need to change this one as well. Yes, no, yes. Now the storage. Just need to replace, and this one too. And enumerable.
We could do a search and replace.
Yes. Enumerable upgrade and yes, but when you have only
No, I'm joking. I know there is just few one.
No, but
I try to have the Bertrand role.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Bertrand would have said, because
Yeah.
it's actually part of the best practices. It's better because you can make mistakes as you copy paste all that. Where was I? Storage. Storage. Here it is. Oh, there we go. All red. Mm. So there we get even more errors. That's interesting.
What kind of?
Override function transfer from same name. Ah, maybe I know. Because I didn't replace this one. This one too. No. I'm not sure.
Still not?
It might be because of the votes extension. I don't even know if the vote extension support the upgradability thing. I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's check that. Governor vote. No, that would be the token. Vote upgradable. It's actually available here. Okay. Let's try that.
What are you looking for?
The right syntax for this. Contracts upgradable. I'm not sure. Well, we can try to find it directly in the modules. Token ERC 721 extensions, votes. Oui, that's better. Okay, then replace this one, and then we're not sure yet. This was not replaced either. Okay, the votes, we want to replace it as well. And then this one, I don't remember. Not found and not unique.
The same for the vote?
So again?
It's the same, the error? It's coming from the...
Yes, I get the same error. Same name and I think because it's sort of it's inheriting from these contracts. Maybe there's a doublon. Maybe we do it twice, and that's why the compiler is not happy here. And how can I solve that then? I actually fixed it quite recently, but I don't remember. How I did that. Let me just think. Same name. Do they have a version for that? Maybe the counter. It could be the counter. It could be this one, because when it's upgradable, it everything needs to be changed accordingly, and everything should be, and all the contracts that we inherit from should also be upgradable. So that's probably the issue here. Let me just give it a last try.
Okay.
So I'm just checking if this one, which is used for the vote, do they have it as like upgradable? I'm not sure. Yes, I think it should be there. Just 1 second. Set. It should be maybe, I don't remember where it is. Security token. Which is, I think it's cryptography. Yes, it's that one. It's that one. Okay.
I think sharing a doc about upgradable smart contract will be also
yes, we're gonna need
good.
Yes, absolutely. The documentation right now is quite up to date. It only needs to be updated with the recent improvements. But then so there it says that count. So I give it 2 arguments here. And, yeah, because okay, I think I know why. Because when it's upgradable, you need to create a specific function to initialize your contract. So it's it's not yeah, because actually in a sort of upgradable setting, there should not be any constructor at all. So if you don't know what a constructor is, it's the function, it's a function that is called at that is triggered at deployment. And for upgradability, it's a specific way to initialize the contract. So I think we're gonna stop here.
Okay.
But so yeah, instead of having this constructor, we're gonna have maybe even, well, we're gonna have a sort of initialize function. I can even show you in our own contracts there. But not this one. Where is it? There. There you have an initialize function. Let's give it a try quickly. Initialize. And it also must be enable, etc. So yeah, that's a little bit more. And so once we when we're good with that, we can go in the tests and and instead of a classic deployment, we're going to use the plugin. And so instead of deploying only one contract, we deploy 3 contracts, including our NFT contract. And then what we want to test is the fact that we're actually able to upgrade that contract in the future. And so that's what we want to what we want to test. I think I will add it quickly and share the link of the repository in the description of the video. Yes. So yeah, it's not that trivial, right?
Yeah.
It's even trickier when it comes to, as I said before, when it comes to system contract, it's even worse. But because there's another specific way to deploy the contracts in addition to the specific way to deploy the contracts when they're upgradable. Anyway, so yeah, to get back to the way we kind of, because at the what we want is to add the Arthera subscription, right? But what we call ISO functional deployment, meaning if you maybe worked on another network before, you can we first test if the same contracts can be deployed on Arthera testnet. Well, this one was already deployed on Arthera testnet actually, so for this step we are already good to go. And so in the next session, what we're going to see together is how to actually add these Arthera subscriptions, meaning that your application will allow your users to interact with your app without paying any gas fees. Right, Laurent?
Yes. The magic of Arthera.
Yeah, exactly. And also maybe here I can also add that, or maybe not. I'm not sure what we can disclose, but at the end of the process of testing your contracts on Arthera, testing the subscription, it must work perfectly, and we want to make sure that your users don't pay any gas fees. Then it's always good to keep in mind the several sort of multi-chain strategy that you can have, and also to conclude, there's also we're also working on the subscription
Management platform.
yes, that will allow you guys as application providers to make your user actually pay in fiat. So this is super exciting. This is I think the first time we do it in Web3, and so yeah, just stay tuned.
Yeah, and some really incredible DApp are joining and experimenting now, ready to experiment this freemium model, and I think it will facilitate.
Yes, if you see
assisting,
we're also hiring another developer relations to work with us, because we're going to have a lot of application that will deploy to Arthera mainnet before Halloween. So
yeah. Thanks a lot, Julien, for this session.
Thanks, Laurent.
Let's finalize next week.
Yep.
And we will be able to make a demo.
Awesome.
For the end user experience when the smart contract integrate the Arthera subscription model.
Right.
Thanks a lot. Enjoy your evening. Rest a bit. We still have a few things to manage.
Oh yeah. To-do list is pretty fat. See you.
Enjoy. Bye-bye. Thank you.